AC-130U. Narrated by Scott from Exuberant Knack. It is recommended that you read the story while you listen to it with headphones. Thank you and enjoy. To start off, we've had 2 crew overhauls in the last 3 days. Moriarty has been promoted to captain instantaneously and given command of the craft. He's had a rough time, but he's going to have to pull himself together for this up. His younger brother was killed down on the ground yesterday. The guy was a SEAL. Complete overhaul because of what happened with Team 1. We are renaming the mission Operation Sterilization rather than Cleanup. According to them, cleanup seemed more colloquial and casual, or at least, that's what they told us. Sterilization was more direct, more formal sounding. It was the original name for the operators going in, and as far as we know, SEAL Team 3's troops were slaughtered, fireteams scattered and broken up, and they've sent in the Marines in a direct engagement operation. The mission still remains the same. We watch the perimeter and keep infected inside the quarantine zone. I have begun to question this mission in the first 3 days. I've seen a lot. And done a lot. Shit ain't right. Captain Moriarty is telling me we're heading in. Due to new protocols, the only people carrying sidearms on board the plane are the captain and the communications officer. If we go down, we have a weapons locker. Nobody carries inside the plane until an emergency situation where we must evacuate and defend ourselves. He has told me he wants me to include a more in-depth, personal log format. I'll do so to the best of my abilities. This time, we're going to remain in the air for 2 days along with a second gunship in the air. They've taken over a small airstrip down in the city and using it as a makeshift fire base and command center. Place is a fortress now. We've been told to be on the lookout for special infected mutant types. These things are supposed to be horrific, distorted, and very deadly. Infected, somehow reacting to the virus based on body conditions at the time of infection. January 17, 2017. 12:30, leaving the runway. One more time. 13:00, nothing as of yet. Combs are coming on now. We're getting warned that the place is going to be a blitz when we arrive. Hordes of infected are reaching the 3rd perimeter, and the gunships on patrol currently are running dry. So are the H's. 13:25, we've made it to the area, and there are hordes of infected down there. We've been cleared to engage. A large mass of an estate 300 infected already reaching 3rd perimeter. Estimated 50+ infected beginning to breach barricade. Special infected encountered. Describing. As large female infected, gaping womb, second set of arms. Second. Head. Body is distorted and decomposing. Creature emerging from womb very hostile, ripping fellow men apart. 13:30, clear hit on target with 40mm Bofors cannon. Still combat effective, though, and beginning to breach perimeter. Hit with a second volley of rounds. Still standing. 125mm howitzer used on entire area. Target appears to have died, along with 13+ infected confirmed KIA. 125mm reloaded. 13:32, 125mm used on large mass of multiple hundred infected. Dispatched groups effectively. Runners reaching 5th perimeter. Barricade breached according to ground team 2. 13:33, firing at gate with 40mm to eliminate large groups of infected moving through the gate. Gate has allowed the wide formation of infected, making it easier to target and wipe out with the 40mm. Ground runs red with blood and guts. Quite a sight. 13:35, infected still breaching. Team 2 is able to hold their ground with help from AH-64 seconds. Luckily no special infected encountered. Command breaks line. Informs AC-130U06 to get our asses in gear and eliminate the formation. 13:40. All infected eliminated. Still more arriving from city. Est. 450 plus kills. Est. 250 plus leaving first perimeter. Readying for second wave. Team 2 struggles to create makeshift barricade out of APCs, Abrams tanks, and Humvees. 13:45. Infected reaching second perimeter. First formation cleared with 125 mm. Combs have opened. First MEF commander has let us know they are encountering heavy resistance inside the city. It was broadcast on all channels. The city has it worse than us, but the President and Congress refuse to let us fire upon the city with heavy ordnance. Getting too personal for the logs. Engaging groups of infected. 13:47. Eric Maxson reports the 40mm gun has jammed. Crew Chief Second Lieutenant Peters is assisting him. We're without 40mm. We're firing the 125mm. But we don't have the in-between for smaller groups. We can't waste howitzer ammunition on smaller groups of infected. 14:00. Command demands to know why more and more infected are breaching the barricade. This really doesn't look good. Peters has fixed the gun. We're unloading round after round now into crowds of infected. 14:25. They just keep coming. The ground is a dark shade of red. We're circling again, and firing more 125mm howitzer rounds. 14:30. Moriarty warns the crew that we may have to rearm. I now see what Forward Command was talking about. The other gunship, AC-130U03 is running dry as well. 14:35. Estimated 1200 plus infected KIA. Looks be last horde of infected arriving. Est. 300 plus infected. We can do this. Team 2 informs me they're barely holding. They have lost a 15th of their unit. This is not good. 14:40. Ran out of 125mm howitzer shells. On last 2 packs for 40mm Bofors cannon. Est. 125 plus infected left, reaching 5th perimeter now. 14:50. All clear. 2,625mm rounds left, all other ammo depleted. Returning to Fire Base Alpha to rearm. Team 2 is rebuilding barricade fast. 14:55. On approach to Fire Base Alpha strip. Control tells us to get back out quickly. Something's wrong. Fire Base Alpha is warning us that some kind of very powerful giant infected is reaching the area. First line of defense is lost and are retreating. 15:00. We need to get back in the air. Now. Control warns us that creature has breached final line of defense. Weapons useless against it. Heim has an idea. We are keeping the plane on brakes but on. Readying 40mm. 15:52. Creature has reached inside of airbase. Multiple casualties. Look at the fucking size. Taxiing around to position gun. Creature is heading straight for us. Readying 125mm gun. This is against protocol. It's fucking unethical. 15:53. 125mm howitzer and 40mm Bofors fired directly at creature. Knockback power is incredible. Damage is visibly dealt to creature. Creature is large, at least 7 meters tall. Humanoid, muscular. A pale salmon red. Yellowed eyes. Pulsing muscles visible, as well as large pulsating carbuncles and papules emanating blood and white liquid, most likely pus. Visible wound from shells. 125mm took off creature's arm. Blood is a dark yellow color. Creature is getting back up. 15:55. Another round was fired. Creature successfully dispatched. Damage assessment underway. Command urges Control to get us rearmed to patrol again. Control and Command at disagreement right now. 16:00, being refueled and rearmed. 16:20, in the air again. 16:30, distress signal from surviving SEAL Team 3, Troop 1, Platoon 1 sent out. Confirmed 5 SEALs from Platoon 1 survived. Platoon 2 dispatched to provide aid. New orders issued to SEAL Platoon 1 and 2. These orders are not heard over communications. 17:00, it's been quiet. Moriarty warns that this isn't a good sign. 17:30, all clear. Communications cut on. SEAL Platoon 1 and 2 are encountering heavy resistance, including a creature matching the description of the one faced at Firebase Alpha. Moriarty requests permission from Command to engage and provide air support. Command does not answer. 17:33, Command denies request to provide support. No other air support will be dispatched as well. Moriarty makes request again. Command refuses due to executive orders. 17:35, comms open up again. SEAL platoons are down to 13 men altogether. Requests immediate assistance. Command denies. Fuck Command. The SEALs need our fucking help. 17:40, Moriarty motions and orders pilots to take us inside the city. Tells us he will accept full responsibility for this, but that this is an order and he is a superior officer. Command orders us to immediately return to position. Communications with Command are cut off at this moment by Rimmer. SEALs advised to find cover. We are engaging hostiles. 17:45, targets eliminated. This special infected seems stronger than the one we encountered earlier. Hostile OP-4 spotted with RPGs. Fired RPGs. Flares deployed. SEALs advised to take out hostile OP-4. 17:50, hit by RPG. Losing altitude but stable now. Something just hit the tail of the craft. Second RPG hit. Creature is confirmed crippled but still alive. 17:53, SEALs confirm all targets eliminated. Multiple sustained damages, but still in the air. Unidentified humanoid creature breaks into craft. Hull breach. FU-19:00, multiple crew killed. Rimmer, Maxon, Heim, Moriarty, and Weaver confirmed alive. All other crew dead. Weaver and Heim have sustained multiple injuries. Unknown what creature got inside. AC-130U is downed. We've taken refuge inside a building with the SEALs. Communications are down. Not that Command would help us now. We grabbed ammunition and weapons. And we grabbed wounded. I still have our log. We're keeping quiet. Better to not use our weapons and ammo if we don't have to. We're going to move when the majority of them pass. Hopefully, make it to our vehicle, the final location that the SEALs must get to. During last communication with our vehicle, Marines have already taken refuge and are defending the area with the surviving civilians. It will be a 4-mile hike, made more difficult since we will have to stay off main streets. I've been tasked with carrying the log, and I feel fear. Only fear. May God free me.